For centuries, the Amazon was dismissed as a green desert, hostile, empty, and inhospitable to civilization. Early explorers and scholars looked out over the endless sea of trees and saw only obstacles: tangled vines, venomous creatures, and a climate that seemed to resist all attempts at settlement. The sheer scale and mystery of the rainforest led many to believe that it was a place where humans could never truly thrive. Explorers believed only scattered tribes could survive its acidic soils and relentless jungle. The indigenous peoples who called the Amazon home were often portrayed as isolated, living in small groups, eking out a precarious existence on the margins of a vast, untamable wilderness. The idea that the Amazon was a blank slate untouched by the hands of civilization became deeply rooted in the Western imagination. This myth endured in textbooks and academia, painting the Amazon as a void in human history. For generations, students learned that the rainforest was a place where time stood still, where human influence was minimal, and where the story of civilization had barely left a mark. The Amazon was seen as a natural wonder, but not a cultural one. But deep in Bolivia's Llanos de Mojos, researchers uncovered evidence that changed everything. As they trekked through flooded savannas and dense forests, they began to notice patterns: raised fields, canals, and mysterious mounds that didn't fit the narrative of an untouched wilderness. These discoveries hinted at a lost chapter in the Amazon's story. They found not just settlements, but a vast, interconnected urban landscape, proof of a forgotten civilization thriving for nearly 1,000 years. These were not small, isolated villages, but complex societies with roads, ceremonial centers, and networks that stretched for miles. The scale of what they uncovered was astonishing, challenging everything we thought we knew about the people of the Amazon. The Amazon, it turned out, was not untouched wilderness, but a landscape shaped by human hands. Ancient inhabitants transformed the soil, creating rich, fertile earth known as terra preta, and cultivated crops in ways that sustained large populations. The forest itself was, in many places, a living legacy of human ingenuity, an engineered ecosystem, not a pristine relic. Strange geometric earthworks, once dismissed, hinted at something bigger. Circles, squares, and lines carved into the earth suggested a sophisticated understanding of engineering and design. These shapes, visible only from above, revealed a hidden order beneath the chaos of the jungle. It took new technology to reveal the true scale of what lay hidden beneath the trees. LiDAR, a laser scanning technique, pierced the dense canopy and exposed entire cities, roadways, and ceremonial complexes that had been swallowed by the forest. Suddenly, the Amazon's past was illuminated in ways never before possible. The discovery forced a complete rewriting of the Amazon's past. Maps were redrawn, and the narrative shifted from one of emptiness to one of abundance and complexity. The Amazon was no longer a blank spot on the map of human achievement, but a vibrant center of innovation and culture. The jungle had concealed a secret garden of cities. For centuries, the rainforest's dense foliage had hidden the traces of a civilization that once flourished here, its monuments and roads slowly reclaimed by nature, waiting to be rediscovered. If such a civilization existed here, what else have we missed? The revelations from the Amazon challenge us to look again at the world's forgotten places, to question the stories we've been told, and to wonder what other secrets lie just beyond our sight. The Amazon story was not one of emptiness, but of ingenuity and resilience. Its people adapted to their environment in remarkable ways, leaving behind a legacy that still shapes the forest today. Their achievements remind us that human history is far richer and more surprising than we ever imagined. The truth had been waiting, hidden in plain sight. Only now are we beginning to understand the full extent of the Amazon's lost world, a testament to the creativity, adaptability, and enduring spirit of its ancient inhabitants. The breakthrough in uncovering the Amazon's ancient secrets came not with machetes hacking through dense undergrowth, but with beams of light, lasers to be exact. For centuries, explorers and archaeologists had struggled to penetrate the thick, tangled canopy, their efforts often thwarted by the sheer scale and impenetrability of the rainforest. But technology was about to change everything. Scientists turned to LiDAR, light detection and ranging, a revolutionary remote sensing technology. Flying in small planes and drones over the Bolivian Amazon, they sent billions of laser pulses down through the leafy ceiling. Each pulse bounced back, measuring the distance to the ground with astonishing precision, even through the thickest vegetation. When the data was processed, it was as if the forest itself had been peeled away. The digital models stripped the trees from the landscape, revealing the ghostly outlines of a lost world that had been hidden for centuries beneath the green shroud. Two major urban centres, Kotoka and Landivar, suddenly emerged from obscurity, sprawling settlements that stretched for kilometres, filled with monumental architecture. LiDAR revealed the presence of U-shaped temples, ceremonial plazas, and massive platform mounds, all carefully arranged in geometric patterns. Even more astonishing were the pyramids, some towering over 20 meters high, rising above the forest floor, their shapes long obscured by centuries of growth. These were not small mounds, but monumental earthworks, rivaling those found in other ancient civilizations. Radiating out from these urban centers were raised causeways, broad, elevated roads that cut through the jungle, connecting dozens of smaller settlements and ceremonial sites across the region. These causeways formed a vast network, evidence of careful planning and sophisticated engineering. Alongside the roads, LiDAR revealed intricate canals and reservoirs, part of a massive water management system. These earthworks were engineered to control seasonal floods, irrigate crops, and sustain large populations, demonstrating a deep understanding of the landscape and its challenges. The Khazarabi people who built these cities moved millions of cubic meters of earth, shaping the land without the help of draft animals, metal tools, or even the wheel. Their achievements are a testament to human determination and ingenuity in the face of daunting natural obstacles. The entire landscape was transformed by human hands. What appeared to be untouched wilderness was, in fact, a carefully engineered environment shaped by generations of labor and vision. The wild jungle, long thought to be pristine and uninhabited, concealed the overgrown ruins of a sophisticated civilization, one that rivaled the complexity of ancient societies elsewhere in the world. With LiDAR, scientists gained a god's-eye view of the past, able to walk virtually through invisible streets and plazas that had been lost for centuries, their stories waiting to be rediscovered. The Amazon's past, it turned out, was far more complex, vibrant, and interconnected than anyone had ever imagined. The jungle was not a barrier, but a cradle for innovation and civilization. Thanks to technology, the jungle's green veil has finally been lifted, revealing a world that had been hidden in plain sight for centuries. Deep in the heart of the Bolivian Amazon, a remarkable civilization once thrived, the Khazarabi culture, which flourished from 500 to 1400 AD. For centuries, their presence was hidden beneath the dense jungle canopy, their achievements nearly lost to time. Over the course of 9 centuries, the Khazarabi people built, farmed, and engineered their environment, transforming the wild Amazon into a landscape of innovation. They faced the region's unpredictable floods, thick forests, and challenging soils, yet they not only survived, they mastered the Amazon's challenges, turning adversity into opportunity. At the heart of their settlements stood ceremonial centers, massive earthen pyramids and platforms, some rising above the treetops. These structures were not randomly placed. They were precisely aligned with the stars, reflecting a deep understanding of astronomy and a spiritual connection to the cosmos. Surrounding these hubs were defensive moats and imposing earth ramparts, evidence of a society that valued security, organization, and power. These fortifications hint at the need to protect their people and resources, suggesting complex social dynamics and perhaps even conflict with neighboring groups. The Khazarabi were ingenious farmers. They constructed vast networks of raised fields and intricate canals, channeling water to irrigate crops and manage the seasonal floods. Their agricultural engineering allowed them to grow food in a region once thought too hostile for large-scale farming. These innovations supported dense populations, with settlements stretching across the landscape. What was once believed to be an untouched wilderness was, in fact, a carefully managed environment, home to thousands of people living in interconnected communities. Pottery fragments, adorned with intricate geometric patterns, reveal a rich artistic tradition. Each piece tells a story of daily life, ritual, and identity, connecting us to the hands that shaped them centuries ago. These artifacts whisper of a vibrant culture with a complex social hierarchy and powerful political structure, Ceremonial objects and tools suggest a society that celebrated both artistry and authority, where leaders and artisans played vital roles. The Kasarabi didn't merely survive in the Amazon, they transformed it. Their legacy is etched into the land itself, visible in the earthworks and canals that still shape the rainforest today. The rediscovery of their cities, thanks to modern technology like LIDAR, challenges everything we thought we knew about the rainforest. It reveals a hidden world of human ingenuity and resilience beneath the green expanse. The Amazon was not a barrier to civilization, but a cradle for it, a place where people adapted, innovated, and thrived in harmony with nature. The story of the Kasarabi is a testament to human adaptation and innovation, reminding us that the rainforest's greatest resource has always been its people. The jungle's greatest secret was its people, masters of the rainforest, whose legacy endures in the land and in the descendants who still call the Amazon home. Around 1400 AD, the Kasarabi civilization mysteriously vanished from the Amazon. Their causeways and canals fell silent, their once thriving cities swallowed by jungle. Why did they disappear? The answer remains elusive, shrouded in time. Environmental change, droughts or shifting floods may have crippled their agriculture and food supply. Disease could have swept through their dense populations long before Europeans ever arrived. Defensive walls suggest conflict, perhaps from rivals or even internal strife. The evidence is scarce, buried deep beneath centuries of relentless growth. Each theory is plausible, but none are truly conclusive. The end of the Kasarabi is a blank page in our history. For every lost city found, countless more may remain hidden beneath the thick canopy. The Amazon is not just a wilderness, but a vast library of human stories and secrets. Its mysteries remind us how much we have yet to discover and understand. The rainforest is a landscape of memory, haunted by the ghosts of forgotten worlds and civilizations. If you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of the Amazon, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to help us